It has been a minute and a lot has changed. If you are not new here, if you've seen me before, you might be able to tell that my background's a little bit different. I have a new computer now, so be on the lookout for more gameplays coming soon without lag and bigger and better games now that my computer can actually handle it. So feel free to leave in the comments below what games you would like to see me play. But another change is my hair, and that is what today's video is about. So if you would like to see how I got this split dye hair look, you can keep watching. So basically my hair had been dyed black with box dye with specifically Revlon's Color Silk in the shade black, number 10. I did a video on that before, but it had faded quite a bit and I was indecisive on what to do, whether I wanted to just refresh it or do something different. Wasn't really ready to let go of the black just yet, but also kind of wanted something different, so I thought, why not do split color? Because then I can keep my black and do something different. Best of both worlds. And the original plan was to do black and blonde. Clearly, plans were changed. I started by refreshing my black side with my favorite Revlon Color Silk black hair dye. And I threw that on unwashed hair. And then on this side, I was ready to bleach. So usually I use my favorite bleach, which is L'Oreal Paris Extreme Platinum, which is about 13 bucks. But when I was on Amazon looking for my bleach, I had stumbled upon a different bleach that was only $6 from Kiss Colors and Care, and it is called Lift Up Maximum Strength Complete Bleach Kit. And it is a bleach with 40 volume developer, which is a very important thing to note because you don't really want to use 40 volume developer on your hair unless you really need to, because it is just very, very, very damaging. Usually you would prefer to use 30 volume developer. That's usually the highest you'd want to go. But if you have really, really dark hair, this is a good option, or if you have completely virgin hair, this would probably work well without too much damage. My hair was pretty damaged and pretty dry and very processed, so this wasn't the best product for me to use, but I decided to anyway because my hair was so dark and I thought I could use something a little bit stronger since I was going for a platinum look. I thought maybe this would give me the best chance. Also, I really liked the idea of this because unlike my usual bleach that I use that comes with a bottle that you pour the powder in and you just shake it up, this comes with a tray and you pour the powder and the developer and you mix it all up, and I just thought that that would be easier, and it was, so that is definitely a positive. But I got 2 of those, put that on my hair, started in the middle ends and then saved the roots for last, fully saturated my hair as best I could, and then when I was all done, I was gonna let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes. I knew I didn't want it in too long and it was already lifting immediately. It was lifting so fast, so well. So I wanted it to sit a little bit but not too long. But as soon as I was done putting it in, I started to hear a noise and I was like, what is that sound? It sounds very close to me and it is kind of a sizzling sound. Can you take a guess at what was sizzling? And I was very alarmed by that. So I decided to not take any chances and I washed that shit out immediately. So since I did end up washing the bleach out so quickly, it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. It could have been better. It lightened a lot, but was very splotchy. So I went ahead and toned it while my hair was still too wet. I don't know why I did that. I think I was just so ready to be done with the whole thing and was very impatient, and I knew with all the damage my hair would take forever to dry. The toner did nothing, which was totally my mistake, and I'm not going to bother telling you what I did to tone it because it's just pointless information since it didn't do anything. But then I was like, well, what do I do now? Because gotta do something. and I still want the blonde. So I looked at what I have, because I always have leftover dyes from previous hair adventures, and I had a leftover dark blonde hair dye box by Revlon, same as my black, in the shade Dark Ash Blonde number 60, $6-ish. So I did that once my hair was all dry. Same night, by the way, in one day I bleached, toned, and dyed my hair. It was a long day. So I did that, and the result was okay. I thought it was cute, but it just didn't have that wow factor that I was wanting. I thought that black and platinum would be wow, it'd be really pretty. And it was pretty with the dark blonde, it just wasn't as pretty as I wanted. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do something a little more fun. I'm gonna add a little pop of color, and I'm gonna do one of my favorite hair colors, which is orange. And I used one of my favorite semi-permanent brands, Adore, in the shade Orange Blaze, $6-ish. I did that on freshly washed hair, left that in for about an hour, and there you have it. So yeah, I think that's all for today's video. I tried to not ramble as much as I usually do. Sometimes I give more information than is needed, so I tried to just summarize as quickly as possible. Hope that this was helpful to somebody, or that you enjoyed just listening to me talk about my hair journey. But yeah, like I said in the beginning of this video, feel free to let me know in the comments below what games I should play. I'm really excited to play a lot more games, but yeah, hope you guys are all doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. I should probably show the back of my hair, shouldn't I? That's like the coolest part, shouldn't I? Hopefully it doesn't look like a rat's nest. It probably does. Oh, I just cracked my back.